This is how the rich pay less tax legally while the poor pay more tax. In this video, I am going to show you legal ways to pay less tax in Nigeria as a salary earner. Now, I want you to do something for me quickly. Check your last pay slip. How much did the government take from your salary? Now, here is the real question. Did you know that somebody earning less than you and maybe more than you is paying less tax than you are legally in Nigeria? Painful, right? Then stay with me, because today I will show you how Nigerian tax system is designed and why the 9-to-5ers suffer the most, and how smart employees legally reduce their tax burdens without bribing anyone or committing fraud. Yes, this video is not about challenging or cheating the system. It's about understanding the rules better than the average person. Let me take your mind to your day. You wake up by 4:30, you take your bath, dress up. Sometimes you meet traffic and sometimes you don't. You work till 6 p.m. Then end of the month comes salary alert dropping. Everyone is excited, and then before you even see your money, pay has entered, pension has collected, NHIS has also entered, and you are tired because yes, roads are bad, power is unstable, security is shaky. Business. Meanwhile, your friend that runs a small business or even any less than you drives a better car, lives a better life, and travels more, and somehow pay less taxes. You start asking, is the system rigged? Yes, but legally, my dear. By the end of this video, you would understand why employees pay more taxes than business owners, how Nigerian's tax law actually rewards structure, not suffering, and legal strategies to reduce your tax as a salary earner, and why ignorance is the most expensive thing in Nigeria, and we pay a lot for that. Nigeria does not tax effort, it tax structure. Tax laws is written by people who understand money. The poor overpay tax, yes, not because they earn more, but because they don't plan. In Nigeria, employees are taxed before they even touch the money. If you're an employee, you earn a salary, you should know that when you get a job, inside your offer letter, you see the breakdown of your salary, you see your basic, your food, wardrobe, different things. You see the pension you're going to be paid, you're going to be contributing. Maybe if you have HMO, you're going to see how much you're going to be contributing. So whatever is left is what your take home is your net. So before an employee is actually taxed before he even touches his salary, every tax necessary is removed. But business owners are taxed after every expenses. That's one difference alone changes everything. But what we're about to learn is how to put millions back into our pockets, help you move from employee thinking to owners thinking, and make the tax system work for you rather than against you. Let's break it down. Number one, you have to understand pay properly. And pay is simply pay as you earn. Like the name says, it's as simple as that. As you earn, you pay as you earn. Based on the amount you earn, that's what you give to the government. And we all know the recent tax system. If you're earning anything down to 800,000 naira yearly, you are not being taxed. So anything above, you are being taxed. So, but here is what many Nigerians don't know. It's before tax is calculated. Nigerian laws allow, so some exemptions are protected. Something like the Consolidated Tax Relief. The Consolidated Relief Allowance, CRA, is a form of relief granted to taxpayers to reduce their tax burden, e.g. like rent. This alone can wipe out a big chunk from your income. How does it work? Here you allow a reduction or an exemption up to the tune of 500k. That means you pay 20% of your annual rent. The government is saying if your yearly rent is about 2.5 million and your salary is about 20 million, and your rent is 2.5. Instead of 2.5, you definitely remove 2.5 from the 20 million naira you're earning for that year. But the government is saying we're not going to remove the whole 2.5 as an exemption for something that is not going to be taxed. We are only going to remove 20% of that 2.5 million. So from your 20 million naira salary that you're receiving for the year, when you remove 2.5, the government is telling you instead of 2.5 to be checked, we are going to only check 2 million naira. 500k, which is 20% of the 2.5 million naira, is going to be exempted. It's not going to be taxed at all. So the remaining 2 million naira with the rest of your salary that came for that year is going to be taxed. Government is giving you 20% off of your annual rent. Then you have other things like loan interest. So if you took a loan from the bank or something and you're paying it, and these things are actually indicated, you tell whoever is responsible they are going to consider you for the amount that you're paying to the people that you owe the loan to yearly. It's not going to be taxed. So always ask your HR or your tax consultant, if you have one, to review your pay computation so you understand it properly. Another thing that is being removed before even your salary drops is your pension. A lot of people don't have job that is pensionable. Some people just go to work, the companies don't pay pension. Some companies actually inform their employees that they have a pension payment, they remove this amount every month, but they never remit this money to the pension companies. I am talking from experience. Pension is a legal shield. Your pension contribution is tax-free, like you all know, and if you don't know, now you know. This means the more you legally contribute to your pension account, the less taxable income that is being left. Like I said, if you're earning 20 million naira at the end of the year, so that is your take home. Definitely, maybe you had an opportunity to earn 25 million naira, but you're not getting 5 million because these are the different deductions that are being made, like your pay, which I've already talked about, your rent, and now your pension amount. So the more you put, so instead of just the 5 million, you can say, oh, let me add extra 1 million naira from that 20 million naira to say I want to make more contribution for my pension. So how does it work? We all know that in pension, when it comes to the Pension Act in Nigeria, it states that the minimum contribution under the act is 18% of the monthly pay. A minimum donation of 10% by the employer and 8% by you, the employee, the person who is going to ensure the pension. But all employees can choose to partake in additional voluntary contribution, AVC. Yes, it exists by law. You can actually say, I want to partake. This is what I had explained earlier. This is an additional contribution staff make as tax efficient method to boost their retirement savings. So automatically, like I said earlier, when you remove the 1 million naira and decide I want to add it, you go and meet your work people and say, instead of just 8%, when you add 1 million naira, you calculate how many percentage you're adding. It's going to be more than 8% now at that point. While your employer adds 10%, you add it to your pension. That way, removing some money, you don't want the government to tax your entire 20 million naira that you earn for the year, or 6 million naira that you earn for the year, whatever amount you earn for the year. Use what I'm saying to calculate yours so you understand better. So with less taxable income available, employees will pay less pay. So with less taxable income available, what is remaining, that's when the government is going to take from as your payee. Employees will pay less payee on their salary and have more to put away for their future. And you know the funny thing, rich employees maximize pension and poor people complain about pension. I had someone who literally told me, if not only me said that pension, I'm not going to get the money give me. What is the guarantee that if we gave you the money by the end of work, by the end of your service year, they are going to use that money and turn it into something meaningful? But at least your pension is sure you're going to be paid out, yeah? And you know that you have something to look forward to every month, and you have feeding, you have something regardless of what happened, you have something to fall back to. So that is the poverty mentality that some of us have. Then another thing that is being deducted is your NHIS, which is your health insurance, National Health Insurance Scheme. NHIS is a statutory deduction. It is compulsory. If you're working in a place where they don't give you health insurance, you can report them. That's what they're trying to say. But you know, Nigerians now, so that is the reason why when it comes to systems, it's hard for us to believe in it. The National Health Insurance Scheme provides easy access to healthcare for all Nigerians at an affordable cost through contribution. You can enjoy healthcare services from the pool of funds that is being contributed into it, and created as a form of social health insurance. It is mandatory for employers with 10 or more employees. You already have it, use your HMO. The health insurance should cover the contributor, their spouse, and 4 biological children under the age of 18. An employee's NHIS contribution is non-taxable. So these are things, all the things that you're mentioning are not taxable, like I said. So, like I said, if you want the government to take less tax from you, you can say you want to add to these things. But I think when it comes to anything you want to add up, the only thing you can add up here is pension. Another ones are not mentioned yet. An employee NHIS contribution is non-taxable. So participating in the scheme helps reduce the total taxable income while providing the employee and their family necessary social services. So this way you're lowering your taxable income before pay is applied. The next one, we have the NHF, which reduces tax income. It is the National Housing Fund. Here, employers are mandated to deduct a level of 2.5% of employees' monthly basic salary and remit the amount to the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria within 1 month after the deduction. So it's the monthly deduction. As a business owner, doing this for your employees will help your employees gain access to low interest housing loans. Additionally, this 2.5% taken for your national housing fund contribution is also non-taxable, thereby reducing the income before payee is applied. All employers are obligated to register their employees for NHF, with the only exemption to expatriates. While penalties may apply for non-compliant employers, non-compliance with NHF will affect your employees bumping up their payee tax. So when you are working in a company and the company is not doing all these things for you, let you know that they don't love you, they don't care, because an employer truly cares for his people, would get involved with all these things because the benefits are enormous. Therefore, the mistake most employees do is not tracking. It's like tracking to confirm the deductions. Because I've been in a situation, my first job after university, when I saw my pay, my first salary was 56,000. I was excited. I was like, my mates came out and they were earning 30, 40. They were just taking the jobs just for the sake of it. And that was like back then, 2018, 2019. Now, I now checked when I was reading down. I realized there's a lot of deductions that were going to be done, my pension, my HMO, and everything. Not once did my HMO did I use it because it was never paid for any staff. But guess what? The amount was being deducted. I was never paid the amount. At least I would have said I am not going to do HMO. I will understand. And you pay me my money that is accrued to me, right? Pensions were never paid. I worked there for almost 2 years. 2 years because December I left. But guess what? No pension was paid until I left. I left for like 4 months before I started getting alert for pension. Now, that pension account, as at when they stopped paying, they paid only 4 times. But guess how much I had? 40 something that 46,000 naira. Because I had left, that's when they started paying the pension. Does it make sense? So we actually need to start tracking. So we actually need to track these deductions when we get our employment letter and told that we are actually paying for these things. You're right, it's actually your right. Another thing that you can do to reduce your taxable income as a 9-to-5 or as an employee, someone who's working anywhere at all and you're paying all these things and you know that your yearly salary is above 800,000 naira. My dear, this is my personal favorite. Life insurance, including annuities. Life insurance including annuities. I'm going to explain. You know I'm your favorite insurance marketer. I love this because the government is telling you these are the ways you can reduce your tax before all this things applies, before pay tax is being activated. So with life insurance, you the contributor pays a premium to the insurance company and you secure a sum that you enjoy while you are alive or in case anything happens. This amount is being paid to your beneficiaries in the event of eventualities or your loved ones. As an employee purchasing life insurance plan, the premium will serve as a tax relief when payee is being calculated in the following year. Yes, of course. This will apply only if your employee is declaring it to. So if you're an employee just like me, and many of us that are out there, you know that you are not the employer, you are the employee. Please declare to the department responsible for computing the tax. Go to the department who is responsible for doing this tax shit. Is it the account department? Which is usually the account department, because go and give them your certificate. Always tell the person who insured you or your insurance marketer or your insurance agent at the end of the year, tell them to print out your insurance policy, which even me right now, I am doing a lot for my clients. I have a lot to print out because my clients, they actually take out reductions and it's very nice. So you have to declare it, because if you don't declare, sorry is your case. So I'm not saying you should just go and buy life insurance and keep it to yourself. No, buy life insurance and tell them that I took life insurance, so I want it to be added, because you know what, your company is also going to file for their taxes, also displaying some of the insurance plans that they bought as a company and some other things that they've done for you as a staff, just to reduce whatever that the government is going to take from them. So I don't know why you will not now show them your own. As an employer, you should encourage your staff to get life insurance for the sake of their beneficiaries and themselves, and tax relief opportunities, as well as declaring it. This way, you earn interest and bonuses on your policy gives to you. I met a client in 2023 precisely. Her account wasn't mine. I didn't initially start it with her. I think the marketer recruited abroad, so they shared her clients to the rest of us that were here. So I got her. She worked with Seplat Nigeria, Seplat Oil and Gas. I know some of you already know. And I remember the first tax I had for her was in 2024 January. She asked me to print out all her certificates that she wants to use it for filing in 2024 because tax will be going on. At least you have time. I think the tax for every company you have to declare now before June or July of the next year. So 2023 business year, entering the next year, June, July. So apparently she has been doing life insurance, precisely endowment plans, like this which are life insurance. And for 5 years she has different life insurance plans. Now guess how much after her filing the government paid back to her. You know, payee is actually collected every month. So every month, you don't have any choice, it's being collected. So at the end of the year, when the filing is going on, that's when you declare all these things that you have done. I have done extra pension, or I am buying HMO even for myself. Even if you're doing HMO for yourself personally, you can do HMO for yourself personally, should you know. Exactly. So these things you have done them, you will now go and declare, the government will now pay you back. Guess how much my client got? 4.1 freaking million naira. Like, that was the first time I used to hear it. Like, we know they've told us that insurance is being used for taxis and every other thing, but you don't have clients that want to even indulge. Sometimes you tell them that this life insurance you're buying, when you go to their companies, go and find it, they'll tell you, I beg, leave that thing, leave all this government, you know they work. Nigerians, they don't read, they don't want to know, they not tried it. They'll tell you, say, you know they work. 4.1 million naira. Amazing, right? Now, the lady got promoted in 2024 to CFO to one of the new branches in Seplat here. Yes. She called me and said, she wants to pick up 2 new plans. Hey, I'm like, oh my god, it was really exciting to see, and it's obvious she's having fun with life insurance because it works for her and continues to work for her. This woman has plans that 40 million 5 years, one then 60 million, she has 100 million. All this money is going to go to her as long as she's alive. It's going to go to her, and if anything happens, because she's married, has 2 kids, if anything happens, her husband, her family members will enjoy it. All she does is make money from her income yearly, while the government takes a small chunk from whatever is left. So she's putting down this money and making interest on it, taking benefits from it that she will take in the next 6 years, next 5 years, next 10 years, next 12 years. Bro. And before even now she wants to take up 2 more plans. Like I said, she has 5 already, that would be 7. And she has benefited because she started this thing 5 years ago. Yes, as at 2023. So she has already collected like 1 to 2 plans. So she knows the benefit of it. All she does is let the tax system work for her. That is all she does, allowing the tax system to work for her. While you are there crying and wondering, oh, this tax, everybody is running helter scatter and spreading every kind of rumor and every kind of worry up and down and saying, oh God, how am I going to do? How am I going to do this? So the government is not saying if you are earning 6 million or 20 million in a year, you go and do normal savings or normal investments in stocks and different things. You come and tell them I am investing, they will remove it for you. No, the government is mentioning things that are legally allowed, that when you show it, you have these exemptions. So I'm not telling you you're gonna say, you might think, oh, I am earning 2 million naira, 3 million naira for the year, and I cannot be moving this money and put in insurance, so it's too much, I cannot let it, let me it's my savings. Don't you know that that thing is also your savings? It's still savings, but savings that is earning is like an investment. Savings is an investment that you put in money and it's earning income for you. When the market goes up, you know, that's what it is. It's the same thing. Another way for you to reduce your tax in Nigeria as a 9-to-5er is through annuities. So like I said earlier, you can actually have your own personal pension, and this is what it entails. Annuity is another form of life insurance that is tax-free. Annuity is a policy made specifically for retirees. Therefore, if you work in any company that doesn't invest in pension for you at the end of your work service, you can apply for your personal pension through annuities. After all, for retirees in Nigeria, you either have a normal pension account or you have annuities, like 2 legal forms, personalized for retirees, and it's going to pay you for the rest of your life. And besides, annuities will always, and I repeat, always pay way more than what your pension will pay you at the end of your service year. Yes, I said it with my full chest. Quote me anywhere, challenge me if you can. Now the government is saying if you have such policy, always file it to the right office in charge of tax in your company so you can get a refund. That way your money ends with pension for the future, while the government only collects tax on what you show them is left and nothing more. Then the next one for you to be able to reduce your tax is gratuities. We all know what gratuity is. As you may know, gratuities are a thank you benefit given by an employer to an employee. It is not paid as part of your monthly income that you get pension, but at the end of your service year, the law permits employees to enjoy tax-free gratuity. So your organization can help employees maximize this. Some of these things are things you already know that you can do. That for you don't even know is a way of reducing tax for the government. All you know is that it's a deduction that they're collecting, and you're angry sometimes paying notices. You'll be like, what are all these things for? So now the government is telling you these are the legal things, these are the only things that we recognize. And the government is telling you some of these things that your company is already paying and you too you're contributing. You can go to your company and say, I want to add to these things so that the government will not be able to tax me in full form of the total amount I earn yearly. It should be reduced. The amount the government will see will be less than what I actually get. Not because I have defrauded them, but I have done it legally based on what they have put in grant for me to be able to do. The government is not saying go and save money. The government is not saying put money in stocks or investments. The only investment you can make that you know that you're going to earn profit on is either your pension annuities. Pension annuities or your life insurance. Nothing more, nothing less. You can't go and invest in stocks on Bamboo or Afri Invest and the rest of them and come and tell us, come, you will now go to your tax office in your working place. So a part of your employees' earning can be channeled into the gratuity as another way of reducing your paying tax. From all this, I believe you have understood that Nigeria only recognizes and rewards structure, they reward record, planning, and professional advice, while they punish informalities, ignorance, and emotional money decisions. Come to think of it, money and emotions don't go hand in hand. If you think I'm lying, ask any trader or ask any investor, then they tell you. Or even without asking them, you think about it. Anytime you've always used your emotions when it comes to money, something that money was going to get you, and you put your emotions, how did it work out? Failure. I beat my chest to say it anytime, any day. So tax is not evil, it is unplanned tax that is. Imagine same income, same job, but you keep more, you plan better, and you grow faster. That's the difference between paying tax blindly and paying tax intelligently. So if this video helped you, please like and share to someone you know in Nigeria that is complaining about the tax system. Subscribe, follow. If you intend to pick a policy plan as a worker, please DM me stating 2026 tax reform. That is all you need to do.